And welcome back, everybody, to the Salty Show, and welcome back to our Karl Franz Let's Play on Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empire: The Expanded Map, Episode 18. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you're like and subscribe as always, but without further ado, to catch you up to speed, just in case you didn't see the epic clash in last episode, we are just taking place after Ludenhof, the Chad, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Karl Franz, second-hand man, securing the Mu and defending Fort Oberstier from Vlad's vampiric forces. We have pushed him back to Castle Drakenhof and the internal dwellings of Sylvania as we sit poised to take Sylvania back, liberating it for ourselves. As Karl Franz sits within a stone's throw away from Vlad's capital. Now he is recruiting a lot of forces, and he's kind of summoned his family to him with Wallman, Vlad himself, Johan, and I think there's a Frederick von Karstein somewhere along there. In other news, the North sits at odds against the SKAVEN Blight. Or, yeah, well, they are a Blight of SKAVEN, but I'm actually referring to Clan Mulder, along with the continuous Norsekin threat. But we are finally pressing onwards with Boris' army. He is now able to go on the offensive, and we're trying to liberate the northern Norskin coast to give them less of a way to basically do daily raids on our kingdom. We are a bit at odds here with Wolfric. Ahmet Lemon will have quite the battle on his hands, but thankfully Wrecker's Point has defenses prepared for that. And in the last bit of updates over in Bretonnia, first and foremost, I'd like to call out that finally Bretonnia is doing something. They are leading the assault on Albion, as Leon Lancourt here is waging war against Bellicor. They've not secured any land yet, and it looks like this army is about to die. But it's the effort that counts, and they've got another two full stacks ready to go. Meanwhile, we do have some very large SKAVEN issues with Clan Skier, led by Ikit Claw, in Bretonnia, holding on to their last vestiges. And we have Theon poised to attack Quinels here. I do believe that is all that we need to discuss. And we are at an end turn, so let's find out and see what happens. Fun fact, in some off-camera testing, I realized you can give yourself an Imperial Aid army. I'm not sure if that is intentional, as I feel like it wasn't. I wasn't sure, but either way, it doesn't matter. I can issue a send aid option that you have in the Imperial Machinations or the Elector Count option, and you can assign it to your own city as the Empire, which I'm not sure if maybe that changed.
I will hear you now. Be warned, my
what are you
mood
gonna
is dark.
give? What do you want? No, that's not gonna happen. Vlad is trying to find a way out from his demise, and Lemon here, they're giving us a heroic victory. I am gonna let them auto-resolve this battle and take the cash for ourselves, pushing Wolfric back once more. But yeah, I found it very interesting. You can send aid to your faction, like I'll show you. We won't do it right now, but yeah, we did get some research. The founding of the Empire. Alright, nice, a little bit of lore. Unhappy populace, that's fine. So if you go here, Imperial, send aid, you can select, see I can select this city, and it will work. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to accidentally do anything, but yeah, you can perform. Very cool, very fun little feature, and you get control of the army too. But without further ado, let's move about our campaign. And I would actually very quick, we can't fuse together on different items. I'm thinking, give you a burglar, and we'll give you that. And he leveled up. Let's grab, excuse me, we gained honest steel, which is such a unique, such a weird trait for him to have, but that's fine. Let's give him drill instructor and leading the charge.
What?
And we have defended that, which is good. Research. As fun as some of these are, we really need the cash before we go about investing in some of our late game tech. So I do think spell resistance, ward save. That's not the Winds of Magic Power Reserve +3, hero capacity, intelligence sharing, mannerism. We could. Let's start working on our infantry again, improving the missiles of our forces here. Alright, let's get Boris out of here.
To strengthen the Empire.
Well, I'll tell you what. Is Malachi at war with Norska? He is not. So he's not at war, meaning he wouldn't help us fight that.
Yes.
Okay.
Very well.
To the provinces. Refused. So?
So they're definitely going to try and take...
By Sigma, no. The Empire.
They're definitely going to try and take
Praise
Norden.
Sigma.
So
Let us move. Disagree with that.
Erengrad can hold a lot easier than Norden can. It has nothing invested in it yet.
You're a pretender.
So we will prepare for that.
Praise Sigma.
The big question here, so he can't fight it unless he force marches.
Denied.
You're not going to be a threat.
It is time. To the provinces.
We could
Yes.
fortify
Sound
and push Boris
On march!
west towards the altar of the Crimson Harvest and then pack Ice Bay. That would fully give Ice Tooth Mountains to Malachi and somewhat distinguish Norska's ability to launch raids that close to our homeland. And I think that's a good idea.
My lord. Bring me to my men.
Man, Karl is level 41. He is quite the beast. Let's give him... Let's actually give him a... Ooh, do we want... What is Headhunter? Ooh, that upkeep cost is nice. Let's start maxing out his upkeep reduction. Alright.
As is my right by Sigma's crown.
So there are quite a few troubling situations. In another turn, Tempelhof will have a garrison, but I think for now, the Sylvanian front is going to hold off on making any further advancements. And we can level up Middenheim. That would be all our money, but I do think we might look at that. Meanwhile,
For the best. Step to it.
we need to deal with
Yes, my lord.
the Bray herds down here in the south. But instead of using Gautzer here, we're gonna use Emil Vaughn, and Gautzer's gonna head up here to try and deal with this other faction, because they can take on any one-tier unit. Ellenhart doesn't have a garrison, but we're gonna have to risk it and just hope for the best. You're a -3 control due to the amount of growth we have in this region. Let's go ahead and level up the provincial city. And moving towards our Bretonnian side of things here. We're grabbing another handgunner, a greatsword, and a swordsman. This army, Johann, while a successful defense against Belikar has earned him a place, he is quite... actually, give you the dragon helm instead. It's quite interesting that he's over here and doing anything. He doesn't need that, though. Corruption campaign movement. We'll give you the light college, too. Why not? Theon. Theon's doing all right. Make sure everyone has Sword of Swift. Lemon. You can have the Dragon Tooth. Especially since he is
Yes, my lord.
out and about right now. Alright, so with that, Theon is poised to take Clonels.
Yes.
And we can auto-resolve this battle, which I do plan to do. Because SKAVEN are a nightmare to deal with, and I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with them. Well, let's go ahead and go for a loot and occupy, I think.
All their riches are ours.
Very nice. Talisman of Preservation. Perfect.
Is it time?
So apparently you have... Take that. Let's give you... Let's actually just fuse those together and see if we get anything sort of anti-heroes. Well, we can actually combine these two. Executioner's Axe. We'll give it to you, along with the armor, and kind of deck him out a little bit there. And he can have Entertainer. Everything else makes sense? We don't need that. Income, wound recovery. Let's grab that instead. And let's start leveling him up more. We get 2 skill points. Let's grab Cascading Fire Cloak. Or Flaming Sword of Ruin. Flaming and magical attacks. Be pretty good. Let's go for the Cascading Fire Cloak first.
Huntsman General.
And Theon, we will grant him Sure and True. What is that? It's a passive ability. Armor piercing, base missile reload skill. Okay, not super important. I'd actually like to get him probably Strength of Hardship. But that's only rank 7 and above, so it really wouldn't help just yet. So, Sure and True it is.
Close to track.
Yep, all those buildings make sense. Go for the fortification, because the SKAVEN have been pushed out of Ulthuan, meaning their front line is now against us. The High Elves have secured mostly everything except Tor Yvris, but I'm sure that won't last for long. Kemperbat, do you really need that extra growth building? You do. Okay. Imminent Rebellion. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and reduce that corruption. So the rebellion's going to take place next turn.
Huntsman General.
We can deal with that. Everything looks good on the election side of things.
Who called?
And we are at another end turn, I believe. I think Sylvania is going to sit rather docile for now, as Vlad's forces are too grouped together in their final settlements to really push against the enemy. It's going to be something we pay attention to. Yes, there was a rebellion. That is fine. We will have to deal with that later. I wonder what rebellion. Is it going to be some Bretonnian peasants? Or something like that. Ooh, speaking of, I'm very excited about this, obviously. I'm having a fun time getting into Warhammer finally. Like, obviously the Empire is one of the easiest factions to do it with, I believe. Because what isn't fun about you being just
petition, but make no
a bunch of dudes? Okay, so they want peace. I'll take that. A bunch of dudes with just some halberdiers and swords fighting. Oh my God, the Shadow Legions. Leon killed Bellicor.
King Luan.
He killed Bellicor. How interesting and very cool. Oh, this is about Sigmar. I remember this bit of lore. He became a legend, the heroic forebearer of his people. That's fine. But I'm having a blast, especially with all the mods, and I cannot wait to play the next series. I'm not sure what I'll be doing yet or who, but the way I'm looking at it is going to be trying to...
This will bolster the nation.
I'm going to try my best to spread out the factions that I play with. So I'm not going to be doing just friend or order factions only. It will be... I'm going to try and play some other factions that I would never normally choose to play.
Sigmar's right.
We're in no rush. I don't think they're gonna move, so hopefully we can take them next turn and we can catch them in the runaway. But I'm very excited to play some more Warhammer with more mods because there's a lot of cool ones that came out. And I'm going to try and play more neutral or chaos-aligned factions as well. Just whoever takes my fancy. It will not always be order. I'll try to diverge from my good guy stuff. Okay, so it was a Bretonnian peasant group. I think what we'll do is, and we also have the SKAVEN threat here. So let's try to deal with these rebels first, I think.
Combat away! Close in and kill!
Alright, decisively defeated them.
Fight for the good!
It's some armor replenishment. Rebellion's been
Huntsman
defeated,
General.
and it looks like we can try to take on this SKAVEN army as well.
Into the fray!
Okay, so they're gonna run and they're gonna fall back to their provinces. We need to purge the Wood Elf forest as swiftly as we can. The fact that they are maintaining a presence there is just not good. And in fact, now that I'm looking at this, I really want to try to build some fortifications in Aquitaine because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to push for the rest of this territory anytime soon. I mean, that control is nice, but I really think getting some forts in Aquitaine is going to be necessary, especially with an army that we have right here, where we can't recruit anything valuable for at least another 2 turns on top of whatever it takes to build the military infrastructure.
Summon the Elector Counts.
All right.
What does the Emperor bid?
Ludenhof is secured.
I will marshal the men.
We could probably quick save. Let's try to take Schofhofen here. We are still suffering attrition.
I don't agree. Fight for on.
Okay, it's a decisive victory, so we will take it. It's mainly just a bunch of zombies. And we will be occupying. And
The Empire.
Ludenhof leveled up. Let's grant him... Man, Ludenhof's the man. Let's grant him Foe Seeker.
Now,
Along with his mage leveling up as well. Time warp speed. Pause protection would grant us what? Armor and defense. That's actually pretty nice too. And
to the
Orderica.
provinces.
Orderica leveled up. Let's grab. Make her a little stronger on the small forward moving area, strong versus multiple units, weak versus. Okay. Let's grab, max that out. You have an enchanted item. Fireball, that's pretty nice.
Yes, my lord.
Potion of speed. You need that actually.
Raise Sigma.
Alright, I'm glad we got that.
So,
And immediately I'm actually thinking we have the machination or the influence to do it. The target empire region corruption reduced by, yep. Perfect. So they will now take attrition in southern Sylvania, which actually is going to mean they're all going to take attrition. Ooh, that's really nice. So Frederick
I command
could
here.
push on Temple Hall.
I am Prince and Emperor.
We will have to see, though, what happens there.
So,
I do hate leaving Karl Franz in such a docile fighting position,
nation calls.
but for now, it's really what we need. Meanwhile, to the north, what's going on in the north? All right, so they've landed back at
By
Alexandria.
the comet.
I'm okay with that. Let's actually try. Can we get anything of note here in this army? We could get another halberdier, and I think that's what we're gonna do. We need to get rid of these spearmen. It's such a weak unit to have.
You're a pretender.
It appears they're coming for us.
Move.
They They don't have anything at the altar of the Crimson Harvest, though.
So,
And we still sit free at
I
Wrecker's
will
Point.
marshal the men.
Let's actually, I want to clear this army up while they're not
To
at
the
threat.
provinces.
And grab some Stir River Patrol. That is a unique unit. Let's grab, I think, some more halberdiers.
Who calls?
With his army too, we could actually try to maybe get, we're not in the right province to do so. I'm really surprised we don't have, yeah, we should be able to get Empire Knights here.
What does the
Oh, we're in the,
Emperor bid?
my bad, we are in the Black Pit
Ready.
province. Whoops. My mistake. My mistake. Upkeep, recruitment, control, or we can level up Gorsel. I think you're pretty okay. Wortbag? I think it's pretty defended now. And Tabelheim. Now with that, have we moved over
Tracker
here?
of
We did.
distinction.
Alright,
What does the Emperor bid?
let's end the turn and see what happens. Things are going swell for us. So far. The more fights that I can avoid with the SKAVEN, I will take. I really hate the SKAVEN. That might be the one faction. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you really want to see somebody that hates the SKAVEN play it, but... Ooh, they have attacked. It looks like they've sabotaged our garrison, and the SKAVEN have come out to play. Throt the Unclean is involved. Alright. This is a settlement battle, meaning the replay will probably be bugged, but either way, I am going to fight this, and I will see you guys on the battlefield. Alrighty, everybody, and welcome to the battle. And you will probably see this because replays are bugged for the sieges, I believe. And I cannot imagine that this is a CA built settlement. It might be. I didn't play a lot of Kislev settlements, but I'm playing with quite a few custom siege mods, and this one looks pretty custom and cool to me. And as you can see, with our weakened garrison, we're going to try and defend the victory point and the key building rally point as best we can while garrisoning the towers only. And we're going to try and use our Empire Knights to strike at the Plague Catapults. But without further ado, without any more dilly-dally, let us begin. And immediately, we need to move. And I would like you to target the Giselles. Let's get everybody out of the gate, please, as swiftly as we can. And away from them. Our forces will suffer some damage. And as you can see, they're swiftly approaching us. I'd like you guys to hit that. Our halberdiers here. Actually, go over here. Go there. Alright. Alright, they've left their plague. We can get their catapults at least. That'll be important. Over here, I'm gonna grab a trap barricade. Place our boys on it. Oh! Look at that! Wow! You're telling me the enemy hid units near their catapults? How interesting. How interesting indeed. You're telling me we had the AI hide forces. Wow. If you can't tell, I am legitimately surprised by that. I figured they left them exposed. Let's try and get our Empire Knights out of there. They still have 51 men, but they are losing leadership quickly. And our walls are about to collapse. But yeah, I'm assuming our halberdiers
Yes, sir! Quickly!
do not suffer from the negative penalty, which is good. They're over on that gate.
Ready for war!
Our knights are still kicking. But they are coming. They're coming fast. It kind of depends on what they do. If they, oh my lord, that rat ogre is just determined to kill our poor knights. All right. Now they are coming for us. Let's go ahead and level this up to a cannon. Doesn't? It does look like they're gonna hit our supply points first.
The ground quakes! No lingering!
If we can knock out these plague cannons, that would be awesome. Damn! Oh wait, those are rattling guns. Take them, take them, take them, take them, take them. There's too many units there for us to kill. Okay, that's not good.
Standing by!
Our Empire Knights have routed. Damn.
Ready to fire! The Empire!
Doesn't look. I feel like that bugged, which is unfortunate.
Weapons at the ready!
We really didn't need that to bug.
Ready, General! Yes, sir!
Alright, here comes their mutant rat ogres.
Conditions acceptable!
And a lot of them.
No lingering!
Move, 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 move.
For Heldenhammer! Pick them off! March! For France!
Our men might be anti-large, but God, does that not matter.
Take position! Swordsman! Crossbowman!
I don't know if there's anything we can do to really hold them back. They've just got some... Man, I hate SKAVEN. I mean, this is not a major setback, but I do hate SKAVEN. Our tower is lost. This poor garrison didn't even stand a chance.
Commands! We serve the Emperor! Kill them all! Ready for war!
Yeah.
State troops ready!
Oh, this is unfortunately going to be the end of this poor garrison. Jesus, that thing is disgusting. Oh. Unfortunately, this poor garrison was not long for this world, and Erengrad has once again fallen into enemy hands. It is unfortunate that Throt the Unclean said Erengrad was the biggest threat to his kingdom, only losing 80 men, and we did kill a unit of rattling guns, but sadly we didn't even get to hit their plague bearer catapults. And they are, yeah. Archon, I really don't want to be friends with you. But if we become strapped for cash, we become strapped for cash. Sometimes you have to do deals with the devil. Karazhan Kor is willing to offer quite a hefty sum of money for some trade. And we will take it. Oh, yes, please. That's not actually Karazin, it's Karakadrin. I will say it's hard for me not to immediately play Bretonnia or... Ooh, so would that lower our reliability rating because we just made peace with them? I'll say no for now.
I will hear your petition, but make no promises to act on it.
I do apologize, everybody. I don't know what she sees or hears, but she hears something and she's upset about it. But you all are very familiar with Winston at this rate, but that is Luna. I don't know if I've ever said that or not. That is our, my fiance's lovely, and I truly do mean lovely, dear Chihuahua. She is the sweetest little thing in the world. And I could never imagine our family without her. As loud and barky as she is just a ball of sweetness. Ooh, I want to make sure you... Okay, you do have that assigned. Good. And you're in a bailiff. Grant that, why not? And he also leveled up for some reason.
What?
He is literally just chilling, doing nothing, but we'll take it. And that Bray herd unfortunately moved just a little bit, but we're going to chase them down and we are going to fight them.
It is war. Fight for our nation.
I'd like you to stop pillaging our land, please.
War.
And we get the settlement garrison too. Let's go for just a bit of cash. Alright, we knocked them out. Obsidian talisman, nope. And then he earned something else. Outrider, okay. And just more skills. Leader of men.
What's the quarry?
Invasion?
It is time.
Alright, so with that, hopefully Elspeth will deal with them. And I'm actually going to send Emil's army over here to Karak Asgaraz. I want to start pushing the SKAVEN issue to the west of Bretonnia and keep them there. I'm going to liberate the forest of Athol Loren. I believe that's what it's called. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I'm going to try and liberate that forest.
The Empire.
I will marshal the men.
You're going to try and deal with them.
Into battle!
I think they're going to run... Yeah, they're going to run outside our circle.
Raise your weapons.
Give chase.
Huntsman General.
And Theon here...
Praise
Speaking 3 turns. Sheesh. That's going to take way too long, I feel like. Theon here, let us try.
Huntsman General.
Let's try to take it.
Stay together.
Ooh, very nice.
Close in and kill.
A decisive victory, and we will loot and occupy.
All their riches are ours.
And the reason we're looting and occupying is because
Yes,
I'm going to give
Huntsman
this
General.
settlement to
Untamed
the Wood
lands.
Elves. It could be a risky move, but from what I've seen, it should go fairly well for us. And let's... just give him hard to hit.
Huntsman General.
So let's we're gonna get some money back on that. That'll actually generate a little bit of cash for us, so I'm okay there. So I do plan on giving that to Athol Loren. Ooh, Bernhof has come to play.
Raise Sigma.
Intriguing. We are building defenses there, which is awesome. So in the Far East, I'm thinking we need mainly... The income reduction would actually benefit us more, I believe, because we're going to have multiple armies in this region rather quickly. So let's go for that for now.
What? Yes.
We can...
Fight! I command here.
Okay, they're just willing to die. Wow. Alright, that's one army defeated.
Bring me to my men.
let's
As is my right by
restation our
Sigmar's crown.
forces here. I want to see, what do we get here? The Scroll of Artamar Leadership. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. What do you even have left to unlock, my dear friend? Not much. I guess research, yeah, that'll work.
I am Prince and Emperor.
So we've defeated one of their armies.
Nation calls.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't know what that was when he is stretching behind us. Okay, so they've
Fused. It is time.
recruited some forces. But we can defeat them. And defeat them we shall.
What does the Emperor
I
do?
love that Boris
This will bolster the nation.
is just in the north, wreaking havoc on some enemies.
I will.
It is rather pleasant. And he's also leveled up. Boris, my dear friend. What do you got there, Bubby? What do you got? Do you want to tell the audience? He's got plenty of toys from BarkBox, so let's actually grant that attrition. Ooh, you know what? I take that back. I take it back. I'd rather give us. Oh, I don't actually know what I'd rather give us. Strength of Hardship and Stand Your Ground. That makes a bit more sense. A lot of our units are pretty late game.
Step to it.
Madness!
The Altar of the Crimson Harvest is poised to fall. Meanwhile, Fiddleback has quite the problem on his hands. Throt the Unclean stands poised to cause a lot of problems, and we cannot get to Castle von Rocken in time. Intriguing, to say the least.
To the provinces.
And they're gonna have a garrison. They're gonna have a garrison there.
No food meat their place. What does the
Mutants.
Emperor bid?
This is more of a defensive army than anything. If we could lure him out, that could work. They don't have a lot of... I don't know. For now, let's just move here. See if he thinks he's ready to take us on. We do have
Ready.
some lions that are good anti-infantry that we can use to hunt down and flank and act as cav. Our units are not the worst. It's definitely not the garrison. All right.
How to proceed?
So castle. Ooh, we've not looked at the Northern Grey Mountains in a while. Let's see. Is there anything to level up here that's worth it? 180, not really worth it. Upkeep. You don't have money here, actually. Now that I'm, but we kind of need that. Go for that. And we probably should level up Castle Artois. And Flemsburg is pretty safe to level up as well. Marienburg. We might as well max this out, I guess. Especially if we end up stationing an army there. And they're really messing with us in the Black Pit. There's no reason to do that there, as we are going to give it away next turn. Give you one more spearman and hope for the best. I am so surprised that Leon Leoncourt managed to take out Be'lakor, like the first demon. I believe that's what it was. I vaguely remember the Realm of Chaos campaign. And one thing I'm going to do if I'm chasing achievements is eventually play the prologue of Warhammer 3, because a lot of achievements are tied to the prologue, which is good for having fun, but still. Okie dokie. Holy crap, that is 3 armies. And this is an open field battle. And he's gonna have a warpstone rocket. Sheesh. Alright. This just might be the issue of the ages here. I don't think Theon or Johan here can win this in the slightest against 3 SKAVEN armies with lords. This is quite the problem. Do we try? I feel like you all would enjoy a fight, so why not? This is the stand of Johan, and I sadly don't think it's gonna go well for him, but we will give it our best shot. Welcome to a battle I'd much rather leave unrecorded, but I know you all would probably want to see a bit of a slaughter, and battles always make for a lovely sight. At least we get to look at some lovely Bretonnian forces here with questing knights as we charge the indomitable and disgusting SKAVEN force here with all their gross, disgusting things. We are trying to target Ikit Claw and the, well, whatever the hell these things are, the warp lightning cannons, with what little cavalry forces we have, but it really doesn't matter. Look at the amount of doom wheels he has. Like, just, this is disgusting. Oh my god. And he just unleashed a broadside on our poor halberdiers. And now the real death and destruction begin as our poor spearmen are just outmatched in every regard. We do have some, thankfully our Bretonnian spearmen do actually get in on these warp gazelles, which is pretty good. But it truly is just an immediate slaughter, as our forces can barely even get close enough to the enemy without being just sniped by warp lightning. And as you can see, Ikit Claw has repelled our poor cavalry forces. Away he goes. I feel like that just overstates. I could not catch a break. I hate SKAVEN. That is the episode title for a reason. I cannot stand them. And a lot of it's due to the, not only this, but the, I dealt with it with, I remember dealing with it with Nurgle early on in the campaign, where we're just suffering massive leadership penalties, which is making it almost impossible for our units to stay put and like actually do any form of damage. And as you can see, most our army has already routed. And if they've not routed, they're in the process of doing so. Unfortunately, Johan just doesn't have the men nor the skill set to deal with a dedicated Ikit Claw, and that, everybody, is the fall of Aquitaine and a crushing defeat for us as the this sends it home. Look at this horde. Bretonnia is at threat once again from the SKAVEN. The title of this episode is going to be purely in caps. I hate SKAVEN. I think. With Ikit Claw on our Bretonnian front and Throt the Unclean on our northeastern front. Okay, so they're actually getting reinforcements as well. It is a valiant defeat. Let's quick save and pull back from this one. Alright, they're still chasing us. Alrighty. Yeah, let's... We're gonna have to fight. We're gonna have to fight this one too. Oh, against Throt the Unclean. He doesn't have a Doom Rocket though. Oh, but he's still so high level. And look at all his abilities. But this is going to be titled I Hate SKAVEN. We might as well get all the SKAVEN battles out of the way, so let's take them down. Welcome to round 2 of I Hate SKAVEN as we try to repel the northern advancements of Throt the Unclean, and just a whole nother force of disgusting SKAVEN with unholy abominations. Look at that thing. Oh my god. And look at Throt. I think that's Throt. That looks like Throt. Just look at these disgusting creatures. This is a round 2 for me. I did a replay, or a rematch, because we got smashed so hard. So we're going for a bit more of a skirmishing approach. We have the Lions of Thrace, or Trace, in the rear. We're gonna try and hit some of their high value targets. And meanwhile, I have poor old, forgot his name already, sadly, Fieldback here, trying to lure the enemy into shooting him. Quite a risky move, but hopefully it'll keep them from AI targeting the whole of our army as we are waiting in the forest here. Trying to use the very few advantages we have. And speaking of them, we do have the Ostland long rifles, thankfully, ready to engage. And they do have excellent range and really good damage. It does trigger the rat ogres. Their senses have picked something up. That is the lore I'm going to use anyways, because we all know, if I remember correctly, the AI, you can't hide your units from the AI. So they are at risk of dying, and they are getting pretty close. The AI is like trying to ignore the fact that they know we have weak units in that force. Not to mention that, the bullets are pretty noticeable. Nice. Taking his head off there. But Fieldback is going to have to come over here to make sure we help out and we stomp the enemy. And I'm moving the Lions just to monitor the enemy, as I want to get some of these really good units. The Deathclaw Bombardiers, the Giselles are really good. Thankfully, we do at least do a... Sorry, everybody. When you need some attention here. I'm wrapping up recording for the day, and he always knows what time that means. But Fieldback getting a bit over his head. But thankfully, well, not even thankfully, the Ostland long rifles try to pull... Oh, 1 second, everybody. That was a horrible bark to catch on camera, so I do apologize, but nothing was missed other than Fieldback running for his life against 2 SKAVEN rat ogres, just utterly looking... Wow. Man, I've never seen such grossness. Unfortunately, our poor Ostland long rifles are being caught by rat ogres, and they're gonna get just absolutely decimated. We are sending halberdier forces trying to help them out, but a lot of it's gonna be difficult to deal with. They have now engaged our main line, bringing a lot of pain to this left flank against our poor elven allies. Even they can't stand against the SKAVEN problems for long. Especially with Throt the Unclean here, causing morale issues across the board. Oh yeah, as you just see him slaughter the poor elves. Yeah, Jesus. I am trying to employ our rifles to some degree, targeting the units one at a time. But it really is just a it's just a bloodbath. Even when we win in certain locations, it's only temporary. The only spot that we did win very well was the rear guard, where we were able to target and engage a lot of their... oh, that's some weird LOD right there. That's interesting that it's that close. I do apologize, everybody, about that. But oh well. They look like panthers from that far away. But we are dealing with them in the rear line. Oh, but it really is just... We cannot keep our morale high enough. Oh, it really is just. Well, that sent it home. And as you can see, the horde of SKAVEN have not been stopped in the north and the west of Bretonnia. Well, the north of the Empire and our western provinces are open to the SKAVEN menace. We're gonna have to think of ways to counter this because, as of right now, it is free real estate in the north, and that is really bad. I'm screaming, and I'm crying. Fjordback did so good. Well, we tried. We did, okay, so we killed a Giselle unit. We killed a rat mutant. We sadly didn't get any other, man, we didn't finish any others off. I mean, they're gonna get replenishment from that. And they're gonna be able to wreak havoc on our northeastern flank. Look at that.
I am Karl Franz. Many.
What would you like? No, we're not joining another war. With those, and duly noted, for those of you that are invested in the community and you check the community tab, I'm literally typing up the post I'm going to release later in just a minute, asking for your all's feedback on what to do against the SKAVEN Blight. Johan is, yeah. And Fjordback is dead. We have the SKAVEN Wars. How thematic. How thematic. The SKAVEN Wars are definitely kicking off to a unforeseen amount. Aquitaine has been sacked. I'm assuming they've established an undercity. It does look like
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
it does look like
Elven Archmage.
Atherion is sending expeditionary reinforcements, and so is Leon. The Bretonnia is coming to our aid. I actually really appreciate that. I see 3 allied armies converging on the Bretonnian threat, which is really nice to see.
What's the
But everybody, with that, I'm going to call today's episode. I hate SKAVEN. The SKAVEN Blight is real. Our north, and there are no allies, sadly, in the north. We need to deal with this before it gets out of hand. But our Bretonnian force, our Bretonnian allies are coming to our aid along with the elves across the sea. So I'm a bit more confident in Bretonnia. We need the forces. With 2 armies wiped down, our economy is looking great though, just FYI. That's a giant tree unit. But that is where I'm going to call today's episode. If you enjoy the battles and the upsets, like and subscribe as always, as I'm sure it was pleasant to watch me get my ass handed to me. Without further ado, I have been your host, Salty, and my co-host, Winston, and we will catch you all in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.